There you go, my loves. Hello, lovelies. Welcome back to another episode of DIY Tuesday, where we take on your questions, your ideas, and we take it on as an experiment. And we DIY it for you so you don't have to make mistakes. So we are going to make those mistakes for you so you can figure out what works and what doesn't for your situation. So today, you can see behind me, I do have quite a lot of Rice Krispies. So there was this TikTok video where they were making, I think it was Tasty, or maybe it's Instagram stories. I don't know where I found it. But they basically made Rice Krispies and made it into a cake, but they started from scratch. So they made the Rice Krispies, the marshmallow, and they kind of like made it into a circle and then they stacked them. But I mean, knowing me, you think I would really do things from scratch and, knead those things, do the marshmallow, do the Rice Krispies. That's too much work. So I decided to do my own version and see if it'll work with a store-bought Rice Krispies. Just basically went to the grocery, grabbed boxes of Rice Krispies, and we'll see what turns out. But of course, if you would want to build it into a cake, my goal today was to build a 3 rectangle tiered cake-ish, because it's Rice Krispies, so it's not cake. But this is really good if you want something there for display, not to serve, but to display. But you also don't want to spend quite a lot of money, probably a couple of hundred, if not more, on cake that you won't be serving. So if you have like a slab of cake or a dessert that's already being served for your wedding or your event, and you just want something there to show or part of the pictures, I think this might be a good idea. But again, we'll see. We don't know. But I'll play with it. You can watch me and you can follow me do it. And if you're new here, please don't forget to subscribe down below. If you want to request your own DIY video, if you have an idea and you're not sure about it, we will take on that challenge and we'll play around with it. So I went to Creative Bag and I found these cake squares. I think they're bottom. I'm not a baker, so please, professional bakers, don't come at me. I don't know what these are called. I'm not a baker at all, nothing. I will link all the products that we got from Creative Bag that helped me with my ideas for this one. That way you can check it out yourself. You can go online. They ship to the States and to Canada, so you can check that out. So the video that I made, I will insert it here somewhere or link it below. So the video that I found, I will link it here somewhere or link it below. It was a round Rice Krispie because they made it from scratch. So they can mold it into like circle, like round shapes. Do I want to do that? No. So I had to find a square cake. So I had to find a square cake board. That's what it says. It says 6-pack 10-inch square drum cake boards. I'll link it below for you guys. So that's what I wanted to try to do. Looks pretty cute. And because, like what I said, I'm not a baker, I don't cook, don't do much, I had to buy actual spreaders and spatulas because I had to buy them because I don't have these lying at home. So I got them from the dollar store, like the craft store. It's literally $1.95. Oh wait, this one is Betty Crocker. My girl Betty, it's $4. Well, we're okay with that. It honestly has some weight to it, so I don't know what that means. I don't even know if that helps. I don't even know if that's gonna help me, but I also wanted to use these Betty Crocker. Girl, Betty, you're all over the place. I love that. Betty Crocker whipped fluffy white frosting. This is, by the way, so random. I just went and I'm just like, maybe this will work. Maybe this will work. Again, I am taking the guesswork out of you guys. So if it doesn't work, don't use it, obviously. If it does work, why not? And instead of flowers, I was thinking of getting flowers for like to insert on the Rice Krispies, but I realized that you might have some kids around your event or wedding or celebration you're doing that might want to snack on the Rice Krispie cake. And so I actually got real berries. I got raspberries, blackberries and blueberries. So I opted for a smaller fruit, like smaller berries. That way it won't be too heavy because I don't even know how it's gonna stick here. I really don't know what I'm doing right now. And I did not want to use a glue. So I got this cookie icing just in case the frosting doesn't really work for the fruits to stick to the Rice Krispie cake. So we shall see. This is a cookie icing. It says here perfect for stacking. So I've thought that if it is perfect for stacking, it means that it dries up and so it's not gooey. And that means it's gonna hold things together. So it's attached to the cookie. And I was thinking I might do the same for the berries for the Rice Krispies so they can stick together. I don't know the logic behind all these things that I'm saying. By the way, I'm just randomly picking things. I'm just like, maybe that'll work. Maybe that'll work. Let's see. Okay, let's get started. Let me open up all this Rice Krispies. Obviously, if you're using this and serving it, you might want to use the gloves because you're going to have to mold. Actually, you know what? I'm going to try and see like how I can stack this. We're good. I know what to do, bro. I figured it. I figured it out. No, not really. So I've seen some cake videos where they kind of just like put something here so whatever you put attaches to it. Let's try and do that. Again, if you're serving this, maybe wear gloves. How? Oh, it's really fluffy. Okay, I don't think that's gonna work. I think you have to use this cookie icing. Okay, maybe. Oh, I thought my nails broke. Okay. And I'm assuming you cut the tip. Ooh, there are like different lines in there if you want a smaller tip or kind of like a bigger one, you can do it. Ooh. I don't eat dairy. Like I'm gluten-free, dairy-free, so I can't taste it, but it says here that it's perfect for stacking. Let's see what it says. Ooh, it begins to set quickly. So cookies can be stacked for storage. Okay, so it actually sets. That's what we want. Oh. So let's get on to business. So I said I was gonna get started with 3. Actually, you know what? Because the Rice Krispies has like marshmallows, it's actually also sticky. So it's already sticking. Look, it's already sticking to the. Look, wee. Okay, not all of them, but wee. Sorry. So side note, they're not really even. Some of them are higher, some of them have more marshmallow, if you see. Yay, first layer is done. Actually, you know what? For the purposes of this video, I won't use the cookie icing, but just to let you know, that's really a good way to stick it if you're transporting it, obviously from your car or wherever you're doing it. But if you're doing it at home, I don't think you need to. But if you are to take this somewhere else, like to a venue, it's important that you might just want to have that security, your insurance, that is stuck to the board so it doesn't slide around. But so I got the first layer down. I honestly love it already as it is. We might want to play with it later just to make sure that the sides are even, or if we want to keep it that way, we'll see. But that's our first tier. Okay, so I did the lower part, which is the first tier, this way, horizontal. And then I did the ones on top, vertical. And I just sat it right that way. See, it doesn't even fall off. Well, it doesn't fall off. So I made it this way, and on top I made it that way. You know, now that I realize I can add another layer because we have a lot of Rice Krispies left. Look how amazing this is. If I make a mistake, I can just pull it out. Don't you ever wish life was like this? You just redo things. You sit there for a second, my friend. It's sitting on a frosting. Just hang on, my love. I'll be back. Okay? I didn't think I would have enough, but I will let you know in the link, like the blog that's gonna come together with this vlog, the number of Rice Krispies that I use as well as the combination. That way it's just easier for you to follow, but this is just to show you. I think looking at something first and how it's done by someone else, I mean, obviously everybody's different, but it just gives you an idea. Hey, I can take that on, or yeah, no, that's not for me. But if you feel like you can take it on, I write in detail how we do this and what we've used and the links, so it's easier for you to do it yourself. Okay, so that's that. I don't have enough left, so I think it's time to put this back. Okay, now that looks so much better. Okay, I just got to squish them around a little bit, I guess. Squishy. Oh, you know what? The more you squish it, the more it gets better. So some of the edges are uneven if you see that, but if you push it in, it's actually more malleable than I anticipated. So if you want that even look, I am going for that even look only because I am aiming to put frosting coating on it. I'm talking like I know what I'm talking about, but like I'm aiming to put some frosting coating. I don't know how that's gonna work, but we'll see. I think we're good to put 2 more on top. We getting there, sis. We're getting there. Love. Okay. So see how this top is uneven? I'll show you. It's uneven right here. A lot of uneven edges and ends. Oh, but it looks so good from afar. It's like, yeah, you can look at it, but you have to have a minimum clearance of 6 feet. Okay? Because if you move closer, you're going to see that it's imperfect. Okay. A little pushing and just like you just work your way around it and push things around will make it look so pretty. I like that it's much taller now. Higher, 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 higher. What song is that? That just came to my mind. Okay. I just want it tight. That's what she said. I feel like when it's all like packed together, the lesser chance that it will slip around and all around. And also, again, I really want icing around the edges. I am obsessed, honestly. How amazing is this? Maybe I'd focus more on the top because that's the first thing everyone will see. Ta-da! Okay, so we have our base. And again, I'm gonna link everything in the blog. That way you know how many we've used and also how I stack them. So when I was envisioning this, I'm just like, okay, cake board 10-inch. And I was just like, well, I was looking at how many I can. Until you actually put it together, it's up to you. You don't have to make it this tall even, but then you might want to choose a smaller board because that's going to set the tone for it. Like, see these edges? If you want a smaller one, then you can use a smaller board. You can find a lot on Amazon, again, on Creative Bag as well. But in Creative Bag, if you buy this type of things, it comes in 6, like a pack, like 6-pack, 12-pack. I think Amazon is the same, maybe 4, but again, it's up to you. Or if you have a really nice rectangle plate that you can use like as a serving plate, you can totally use that. You don't have to go for a cake board, but for the purposes of today's video, and for you to see that there is an option for you to actually put this on your cake table, or again, wherever you want to display it. But we'll finish it. Okay, so I said earlier that I wanted to put icing around it. I honestly am scared because I already like it the way that it is. The way you are. But let's see. I'm so nervous to do this, but we'll see. Okay. I don't know how to ice anything. Actually, you know what? I think I figured out what to do. I'm just gonna take a big slab of this and I'm gonna do this. I'm not gonna make it perfect. I'm just gonna make it so rustic. And also it's just 10 times easier for me. So I'm just doing upward strokes. That way I don't have to do this whole thing where you like turn it around. And I don't know how they do it. They're amazing. I just see this all on like videos and reels. I have a lot of mess on the cake board, but we were gonna wipe that later, so I don't worry about that too much. You'll see some holes. I just fill it up with icing so it looks like it's all even. Just gonna have to go back and go over it again. And then I finish it with upward strokes. Okay, first of all, that looks good. Ooh, good thing I bought like 3 frostings because we might need to use more. Okay, yep. Betty Crocker is much easier. Okay, so the bigger ones are easier to spread, but hang on, I'll show you after. Okay, so spread it first. Okay, Betty Crocker coming through, girl. Okay, and then if you want those upward icing direction, you can just go back with the smaller one. And you'll see it. There you go. You'll see the detail. I like that detail actually. Just thinning out the icing, the coating that we did. I don't have a good hand with like scraping this thing. So if you have a better hand at it, if you want to go thinner and like really show the Rice Krispies, you can. I feel like if I go a little harder than what I'm doing right now, it's just gonna scrape out everything. So my hands are not that great at that. You know, when something doesn't work out for me, I always say to myself, I'm overthinking. Like, I want this to be perfect. I'm overthinking. So I'm just like, you know what? I'm just going to scrape it and see what comes out. And if you don't like it, you don't like it. If you like it, you like it. If you want to find a way and figure it out, something better that works for you, that's exactly what you have to do. But sometimes the overthinking is the one that messes up my mind, and I don't want that. I want this to be an enjoyable video. I want this to be something that you can also enjoy when you do by yourself. And if you pressure yourself into making it look perfect, because I know I'm not a professional. Hello, do I look like a professional to you? I'm not a professional baker. I can't even cook. Nothing. Popcorn is a challenge for me. And it says the time on the actual bag. So, I mean, I know that I'm already doing my best for whatever it is that I'm working on. And I trust myself that I will figure it out. Same as you should too. You did your best. That's worked out for you, and that's what you should do. Ooh, I love it. I think so too. Like, I would watch some videos and just like, but that looks so perfect. Like, how am I gonna pull that off? And so I think there are videos where it's just the most natural state, even if everyone is trying to do their best and be perfect. It's not perfect. you forgive yourself more with what you can do at that time, and be kind to yourself. Look, looks good already. You can do what you want, what you really, really want. I wanna, really, really, really wanna zig. Oh. Anyways, I am entertaining myself. What's up? Okay, so I have the blueberries, the blackberries, and the raspberry. I like that they're all different colors, so I didn't just stick with one berry. So I really don't know how to stick it here, so let's put something sticky where that way they can attach to something. I don't know if that's gonna work, but we're gonna try it. I don't know if it's gonna work, but we're gonna try maybe a big blackberry here. And then a raspberry there, stick it in. And then some blueberry. Oh, it is cute. I'm gonna put one more maybe. So let me try and do it like this, like an actual glue. Oh, yeah. I have to wipe it off. Ooh-wee. Okay. Cute. I love the pop of red. Okay, I'm gonna clean later. Maybe one more here on top. I'm just putting some icing so I can stack it. Again, you can use the cookie icing. Again, it's up to you. If you're just doing this at home, you can use this icing, but if you're transporting it, use an icing that will help like put it all together and stick together. Okay, so let's start with a small group and then we can add more later. This one is a little bit easier. I'm gonna put it on corners. Actually, I don't think we put something on that corner. Okay, let's put something in this corner. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Okay, we're gonna clean that later. You can design it however you want to design it. You can design it however you want to design it. Obviously, that is so up to you, your vibe, what you want to do. Okay. That's good for now, and we'll just add later when we see fit. And this is a little bit easier because it's already sitting, so you don't have to worry much about it. Cute! I am obsessed. I'm gonna put one there. Oh no, it's a little tricky to put this one in. Maybe you should use a smaller spoon if you want. Why am I using this big thing anyways? But that's what's up. I'm gonna spread it out some blueberries more around because it's smaller and stack it, but that's what we're gonna do for now. Cute. And then we're gonna do it up here. Just gonna put more icing. Actually, come back out. Woo, sorry. Just gonna put more icing. You can clean it up after, no worries. I feel like I want more in there, but you know, every time I overthink, I told you that earlier, here I go again, it's coming back. I'm like, oh, it has to be perfect. And I'm just like, you know what? I'm gonna put the fruits on it. That's my goal. And then if I want to change it around, I'll change it around. One thing at a time. Not for anything, but it's actually super cute. And then maybe just a little bit on this side. Let's put some around. We'll revisit it later, but this top I'm gonna put a little bit more. That's why I'm putting a lot of icing. Oh, you know what? If you put a lot of icing and you squish, like you push in the berries, it actually might ooze out. So it's gonna show. It's not gonna look nice. Hang on. Let's see. A little bit. Some blackberries, blueberries. There you go. Cute. Okay. If you want to add more berries, you want to add confectioner sugar, like those powdered sugar. If you want to add more berries or powdered sugar, totally up to you. I just wanted to add more berries only because I have them all here. And even if your guests don't eat the whole Rice Krispie, at least they can eat some berries. Because why not? Totally love it. The blackberries are much, oh no! The blackberries are much bigger this year than last year. Oh my god, this totally melted into, oh my lord. Lordy, lordy, lord. Okay, I had to look. Oh well, that's life. I love it, honestly. I mean, I love it. It's a little lopsided, but it is rice berry bars, unless again, but it is Rice Krispie bars, unless again, as I mentioned earlier, if you want to get it from the same packaging, like all buy the same thing. Or also what you can do is you can knead it a little bit and just push it before you stack them. I just put it together. You can play around with however you want it to be, obviously. And I am just sticking more berries. I think the pop of colors are so pretty. I like that it has, the blueberries are so light that the icing just kind of sticks to it. And so I kind of want to add a little bit of like a high-low type of thing going on. It's like sticking, like climbing up the thing, the corner. So it just looks a little bit more alive. See how it's like this way instead of just flat? So I like that look. Not so much to the point that it covers everything, but just enough so that it has a little bit of movement. Well, I love it. I'm gonna show you guys closer because, I mean, excuse me. Now, obviously, if it is, again, like what I said earlier, if you're doing a wedding or it's for a wedding related celebration or event, you might want to put flowers or baby shower, bridal shower, whatever shower it is that you're doing. You can do that. I love it. You can add powdered sugar on top if you want to do something extra for it. But to me, this is good for what our goal is today to figure out. And there it is. I hope you enjoyed it. There is a part 2 because we are pairing this cake with a, there you go, my loves. And if you want to learn more how to do this, or if you have an idea that you wanted to, where do I put this? Or if you have an idea that you wanted to try and see if it's going to work, but you're not sure, leave a comment down below and I will figure out if we can do it and pull it off for you so you don't have to experiment and buy things that you don't need to. But today, this is what we have, a 3-tiered Rice Krispies cake with fruit toppings. The good thing I'm gonna say about this Rice Krispie cake is that if you really want a taller display, you can. So you can keep stacking them. Obviously, you're gonna have to start with a bigger board, but the stacking is so much easier. And I did a lighter icing coating because that's what I felt like. If you want it to be a little bit heavier, you can. And the more you coat the Rice Krispies with icing, the more it's going to be hidden. So really, if you want that look and if you don't want people to know that it's Rice Krispies, you can keep adding the coating of the icing and eventually it's just going to turn white and you don't even have to worry about it because people won't know that it's Rice Krispies. But I like the rustic look because of the fruits. If you are going to put flowers on it, I understand. Obviously, that might be a scenario where you might want to coat more so it looks more wedding-y, celebration, again, whatever you feel like doing. But that's it for me today for this episode. Again, comment below, let us know what you want us to do. Also, this is actually a 2-part series where I am pairing this wonderful Rice Krispies cake with a donut fence. Yeah, do not argue with my donut fence because I made it up and I'm going to show you later what it is. And I think it's going to be fun. That way, if you're aiming for a display table, you already have your Rice Krispies, but you know, it probably looked alone and sad by itself. We are going to find out if another option will work for us. Stay tuned. And as usual, we are here to inspire you to celebrate life and love. Goodbye, lovelies. See you next week.